Tecno launched its Pop 8 series some days back, and this is everything you need to know about the device. It's a 6.6-inch IPS LCD panel with a 90Hz refresh rate, and its resolution maxed out at 720 by 1612 pixels, which is a 267 ppi density. It runs on Android 13, and it's powered by the Unisoc T606 chipset, which is a 12nm chip. It has an inbound octa-core processor, and its GPU is powered by the Mali G57 MP1. Now, for the build quality of the device is fairly okay, having a glass front with plastic back and plastic frame. Not really the best you could squeeze out of a smartphone. And speaking of SIM trays, it equally houses the memory card slots, which most devices of this time don't really come with. And for its internal storage, it comes in a 64GB variant or a 128GB variant, with its RAM clocking up to 4GB. I think in 2023, there's very little you could do with a 4GB RAM smartphone. If you've made it this far in this video, then consider subscribing to our channel. And don't forget to hit on the like button as well as the bell icon so you don't get to miss any of our videos. Thank you. Now, that aside, for the camera department, it houses a dual rear camera sensor. The first is a 13-megapixel wide-angle lens with an f1.8 aperture. And the second is a depth sensor with a 0.08 megapixel. Also featured in the back is a dual LED flash and HDR support. Now, video recording is capped at 1080p at 30 FPS. Still, I want to emphasize why smartphones, especially 2023 smartphones, are still capped at 1080p. And for its selfie camera, it has a single 8-megapixel single lens, typically featuring a dual LED flash, and its video recording is supposedly capped at 1080p. Now, for the video recording at the back of the camera, there is virtually no image stabilization. Like, videos are a bit blurry and it gets cranked up during shots. It's really not the best you can get. And oh, I forgot to mention, there is equally no NFC support in the device. The fingerprint sensor is side-mounted. As for the power battery, it has a 5000 mAh power battery, which charges at 10 watts. Okay, I know, the spec search is getting a bit too crazy. And by crazy, I'm not talking good kind of crazy, like the crazy that sucks. But either ways. Now, as for the software part of things, this is coming in with Android 13 from the box, the Go edition, and it's equally going to be powered by Tecno's own software support, the iOS version. And there's actually a lot of features that are coming in with this. Now, Tecno has launched a new feature which is called the Dynamic Port, which is essentially the same thing that the Dynamic Island does, but with little compromises to it. You'll see it. But essentially, I still think the device is really not the best you can get. I mean, even for its price, you can literally get way better smartphones out there. You can get Redmi Note 12 or 11 series, which has better specs compared to this, and still shoot up 4K 30 or 4K 60 FPS. So my hot takes, don't get the Tecno Pop 8.